Hey you guys, welcome back to the vlog. I'm with Lauren. We are filming a girl chat video. It's been a long time since I've done one of these.
I've never done one with you.
I know, and I haven't. Do you think this lighting's okay? Yeah. Okay. And I haven't done one with anyone before. It's always been just me. So I think it'll be fun to kind of chat with someone. I put up a little question box on my Instagram, so if you guys aren't following me over there and you want to ask questions for a girl talk video, make sure you're following me. I put up a question box on my story. I got a ton of questions, and I also got some scenarios that people want advice on, so those will be fun to kind of talk about. But I screenshotted all the ones that we're gonna go through, and I guess we'll just start with the first one. What to do when you're on your period, how to control cramps, pads or tampons.
See, I get period cramps, but they're not like horrible. They're really only bad like the first day for me. So I don't usually work out the first day because I don't feel very well, and I just like, I
can't work out the first day of my period.
Yeah.
It's always, I cramp really bad the first day and like half of the second day.
Yeah, me too actually.
But after that, I'm okay. Like I'm on my period right now, and if we would have filmed this yesterday or the day before, I would have not been able to do this.
And isn't it funny, like you get your period like every month, like basically like almost all of your life, and you always forget what it feels like, and then it comes around and you're like, ugh.
Because there's always a period of time where when you know you start your period but you're not in pain yet. Like for me, that happens. It's either like I start my period and I'm immediately in pain, or I start my period and the pain hasn't hit yet. There's like that little period of time.
And you know it's coming. Or sometimes you're like, oh, is it not going to be bad this month?
I know.
Yeah.
But I get pretty bad cramps. I mean, I'm sure there's girls out there that struggle with worse than I struggle with. But my cramps have always been pretty bad. And
I would say mine are like mild to moderate.
I've always had to take like some type of ibuprofen or something like the first or second day of my period. One thing that has helped me is taking CBD. It's helped with my period cramps around the time where I know I'm gonna start. Let me actually go get my CBD and I'll be right back so I can show it to you guys. Okay, this is the CBD I take, which I have shared a few times, but Lauren takes it.
I use it.
My mom takes it. My mom literally...
She stole both of ours.
Stole both of ours. But anyways, that's another story. So, it's by the brand Equilibria. I am partnering with them on today's video. This is a brand that I really like, stand behind, and my family really likes it as well.
Yeah,
Lena uses it, so my whole family's kind of on the Equilibria train. They just launched their new product, which you need to try these because they're so good. So this is their first edible product. These are CBD gummies. These are their first edible product. They are gummies that are infused with CBD. They are 100% vegan, which is good. That was like the first thing because they had a big call when they launched this product, and that was like the first thing I wanted to know, like, are these vegan? Because you guys know like a lot of gummies have gelatin in them.
Right. So
these are 100% vegan. They're organic. And the sugar in them is cane sugar and organic tapioca syrup. So it's organic tapioca syrup, organic cane sugar, and then there's the full spectrum CBD, and then fruit and vegetable juice for color. So these are pineapple and dragon fruit. Do you want to try one?
Of course I do.
And they are so good. So what do you think? Aren't they so good?
It's literally like candy.
They say to get the most out of them, you like chew them up as much as you can, because the CBD.
You should have told me that.
Sorry, it like just like it absorbs in your mouth, and then
should I take another one?
No, don't keep taking.
Oh,
if you want to, they're 10 milligrams. So, I mean, if you want to take another one,
okay,
you can.
maybe a little bit.
But they launch when this video is going to go live, so I'm going to leave the link down below. I have a code for you guys. If you're a new customer, you can use Amanda Sod to get 15% off. And like I said, they're vegan, so you don't have to worry about gelatin being in them or anything, because that's always like a #1 question about any of the Equilibria products I share. I'll leave a link down below, but like CBD in general helps me a lot with my cramps. I'll usually take like an extra dose of like the daily drops around the time I know I'm gonna start my period, because it just kind of helps.
It's nice if you can get ahead of the pain.
Yeah, if you can get ahead of the pain. Next question, this girl said, how to be in a relationship but not be intimate. Did the nikah but waiting for the wedding.
Okay. I feel like
This is funny. Well, okay, if you did your nikah or ketub kitab, you're Islamically married.
So anything you do is okay.
So it's okay. It's halal to like be intimate. But if you're waiting till the wedding, then that's like your choice.
That's a personal choice.
So maybe just don't put yourself in the situation.
Yeah,
where...
don't put yourself. Don't, like, obviously, if, like you said, she's making that decision to do that. So I would say, like, don't be in a situation where you're tempted if you don't want to do that before your wedding.
I would say just don't be alone with your partner in places that you would be tempted to like be intimate before your wedding. I think there's just like
a stigma.
Well, it's not really a stigma, it's just different cultures. Like some people are so surprised that like Muhammad and I can travel together, or they see us, like obviously he comes here and we stay together, and they're just like, how are you doing that? But you're not married. Well,
but you are married.
But like, we're Islamically married. We're just not legally married, which still people get so confused on. Which I'm like, you know what?
It is kind of confusing. It is very if it's not your culture, but if it is your culture, then, you know, you do understand, but you're just trying to be difficult, probably.
I know. I think everyone does it differently, and you just have to do what's best for you and not really...
just do whatever makes you feel
comfortable. What makes you feel comfortable and what you personally want to do. And I would just say, you know, if you don't want to be intimate, then just don't put yourself in a position where that'll happen.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some scenarios. Okay. I've been married for about 4 years now. I feel like the love has ended, if that's even possible. My husband does not do the special things he would used to do for me. Example, surprise dinners. He gives me a hard time with everything. He doesn't help me around the house, expects me to do everything. Lately, I've noticed him coming home at 5:30 a.m. and sometimes at 8 a.m. in the morning. When I ask him, where have you been, he's always giving me the same excuse, I'm at my boy's house playing video games. I've constantly talked to him about this behavior too, but nothing has changed. What should I do? Should I ask for a divorce? I can't get through to him anymore.
Oh my goodness.
That's really hard. And I'm guessing she doesn't have kids because she didn't mention, but if your husband's coming home like 5:30, 8 a.m. and you have kids, I would be like, no.
Well, before she said like that, I was gonna say like she just needs to express to him like what she needs. If she needs those special things, like she said she likes to have like surprise dinners or like just things that make her feel special, and obviously she did express that to him. Because I think I always talk about this to everyone new I meet, like, oh, what's your love language? Because it really is like so interesting how people express love in different ways and like to receive love in different ways. And I feel like different actions can make people feel love.
But I feel like if your husband's coming home like 5:30 in the morning or 8 a.m., that's not okay.
Well, no, obviously not.
But you're talking about the part where he just doesn't do the special things for her anymore.
But before she got to that part, I was like thinking, oh, well, they need to like have an honest conversation, like what you need out of your partner. But like I don't know, I feel like it's more than that. Like, okay, if they've been married for 4 years, he's probably just like he's too comfortable and she's doing everything and he's just like basically has no responsibilities and just wants to do what he wants. I don't know if I would jump to divorce because you've been married for a certain amount of time and obviously you've built this life together. So how could she try to like, you know, figure it out with him before asking to get a divorce? I would say pick a certain time, like maybe Saturdays are like your days where you spend together and you have dates together, and say Saturday, me and you we're gonna plan something every Saturday. So on this day you can hang out with your guy friends. Right.
So maybe he knows that this day.
Because maybe he just needs time with his guy friends, which everyone needs like a day with their friends, but staying out till all hours of the night with your
I would say the really staying out is like not okay. Like if Mohammed was out till like 8 a.m. with his friends, I would lock the door and say you can find somewhere else to sleep.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it would take.
That's what I'm saying. That's what she needs to do. Give him an ultimatum. Like, hey, this is not a funny joke.
Yeah. It's not a silly, goofy move.
Not a silly, goofy move.
Honestly, if my husband wasn't coming home till 5:30 in the morning,
every morning, Like, I'm not trying to sleep by myself.
Lately, I've noticed him coming home at 5:30 and sometimes 8 in the morning. If he came home that late, I would keep the door locked and change the key and be like, if you're going to come home this late, you're going to find somewhere else to sleep, because that's not a relationship. That's not, like, this isn't your, I'm not your roommate.
Right.
That's what I would do. Okay, next scenario, this girl said, I feel like I'm in the same season as you. I'm going to be 25 this year, have a happy relationship with my partner, finishing up school, and no need to be sad. How do you combat those feelings of uneasiness or in the seasons of waiting? What do you do to not think about the time in the waiting/transitional period of your life? This is hard, and I feel like I've been talking to you about this a lot lately, because it's like, I'm so happy, obviously, but I'm in this waiting period, and I just turned 25 this year. Not that that's old at all, that's so young, but the fact that, you know,
I think us is when we just think, oh my god, I need to have kids.
Yeah,
oh my god,
we think,
I need to get married.
we think
oh my god.
differently than men, obviously.
Yeah.
So it has been really hard. It's not easy. It's a transitional period, and I definitely told myself, oh, like, I'm gonna be so good at waiting on, like, this period of my life. I'm just gonna, you know,
do me and be patient
and build my business up and be so hardworking and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, obviously, it's not easy.
Right.
And I think it helps to keep yourself busy and just stay in, you know, like, always have that conversation, like checking in with your significant other to make sure you're both on the same page and you have like a timeline of, you know, what you're working towards. Because
I think that's important, having a time where you know, okay, not just like aimlessly floating.
Yeah, because hopefully you're not going to be in this transitional period forever. That's why it's a transitional period, whether you're, you know, going through school or your partner's going through school or whatever it is, you know.
And one thing I was telling Amanda was like, your time will come, it's just not right now.
And it is really hard when you see people around you like getting married or getting pregnant, and you're just like, wow, like, I would love to like be planning a wedding right now, or, and it's not like even a jealous feeling. I'm not jealous for other people.
I know exactly.
I'm genuinely so happy for them. I would just say,
hang in there,
and it's gonna be worth it. And just like,
keep yourself busy. You have to be working on yourself.
And just continue to pray for the best thing to, you know, just like come out of
fruition.
Yeah, because that's really all you can do. Okay, this is a question. She said, how do you feel about sharing expenses as a married couple, 50-50?
Oh, okay.
It just depends, because I will be working, making my own money, like, inshallah, you know, and like I am, so I wouldn't want to combine both of ours, because it's something that I have, that I've created, that I'm working towards. But I feel like we need some type of joint account to pay for things like groceries and things that we share.
Yeah, well, I think what some people do is like, okay, you like,
I need a financial advisor.
You would have your thing, they have their thing.
Yeah.
And like say, okay, I'm gonna pay for the groceries, and then he'll be like, I'm gonna pay like for like the house bills and like this kind of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know, because I don't know what people do. So
I think it's just what you feel comfortable with. I don't know. Like, I would just be like, my man, like, whatever's mine is yours and yours is mine kind of thing. But I mean,
I feel that way, but I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's just combine everything.
Well, no.
Because, like, I wouldn't necessarily want to do that. And I don't think Mohammed would want to do that. I don't know. Comment down below what you do with your spouse. When you started knowing your fiance, did you like everything about him from the beginning or later? Okay, I feel like when you start getting to know anyone,
you're just like obsessed.
You're in that, like, I don't want to say honeymoon phase. You're just like infatuated with this person.
Infatuated.
Yeah, and
you think, oh my god, I could never like get mad at them for anything.
I remember, I used to, when I was getting to know Mohammed, he was working at his dad's restaurant in College Station, and I would go there and study or do homework and eat, and I would see him like working and stuff, and I was just like, oh my god, like the way he just deliver the food to that table. That is so
The way
sexy.
he just moved his hand.
What was the question?
Like, you notice the things about them that you don't like in the beginning or later on?
I feel like it's later on because when and also you're trying to give your best version
of
to that
yourself.
person.
So they're not going to show you all their little annoying things they do.
Yeah, they're not going to. I feel kind of under pressure to have a boyfriend or husband. Did you feel the same way?
No.
I never felt that way, to be honest.
I guess it depends what stage of life
Yeah,
you're in.
it definitely depends what stage of life you're in.
But I feel like
course.
even if I'm like 30 and not married, I'm just gonna be like, well, I love my life and I love myself, so I don't really care. I was sitting next to, when I was getting my nails done the other day, I'm so nosy. I love nail salons, especially when they're busy because you just hear a bunch of girls talking. The girl next to me was talking to her nail tech and she was like, she was over 30 and she was like, I'm not married but I'm so happy and I'm single and I literally don't care, blah blah blah, like I'd rather be, it's so true, you'd rather be single and happy than in a miserable relationship.
Yeah. Some people asked some like health and fitness related questions. One girl said, best workouts for chest/breast.
Here's the thing, you cannot get bigger boobs from working out. If anything, it's gonna make them smaller. Whenever I was like heavier than I am now, like when I was working out more, well, I don't know, I was probably like 5 to 10 pounds heavier. My boobs were bigger because I was heavier, but when you're,
I think when it comes down to it, it's fat. It's not a muscle.
Yeah.
So
I mean, some of it is
do
breast tissue, but like majority of it is fat.
So you can do like chest exercises. But they do give you a nice like shape.
Yeah.
But you can't really make
your
breasts
unfortunately.
appear bigger.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this, and
we both have small boobs.
Yeah,
obviously.
we have small boobs, and I think I went through a period maybe like in high school or before where I really wanted to have bigger boobs. I think it was like 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah, I think it's the time when like you're like developing boobs and like all your friends maybe have like big boobs.
Oh my gosh, my friends did, and I got so.
I know, me too. Like me and Amanda have really small boobs.
Yeah, we do. I used to wear the most uncomfortable bra to make it look like I had bigger boobs, the Victoria's Secret bombshell. This girl said, how do you live your life given the job you do in a way that is humble and not materialistic? I think it's easy to
for
get
people on the outside maybe to look at it that way.
Yeah, to see, because you know, Instagram for one, you put out the best version of yourself.
Right, what
You're
you want
never
people to see.
gonna, you put out everything that you want people to see. Even with YouTube, like everything is edited. You get to,
it's very curated.
Yeah, it's very curated. And you know, part of our jobs are, you know,
to share fashion
and beauty, and those things are very materialistic. I think something that keeps us humble is we're a very like close-knit family. We spend a lot of time with each other. We are very religious, even if we don't put that out there.
Because I think that's something that's personal. It's not anyone's.
Yeah, and the reason why I really don't talk about religion in general on my channel and Instagram is because that's a personal relationship, you know, with you and God. It doesn't have.
I've said that before.
I've said that before too. It doesn't include anybody else. How do you know if he is the one?
I think that
it's thunderstorming outside.
Yeah,
so you guys can hear that.
It's different for everyone. Maybe I hate when people say. I know that I've said this before, but like, oh, when you know, you know. Like that's not helpful for people who are trying to figure out. But I heard somebody say this one time, and I feel like it's true. It's like you feel like you could not go on in your life without them.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't picture your life without them.
This girl said she's marrying her boyfriend she met on Tinder, but she told her family and friends they met through mutual friends. You know what? Whatever.
Who cares how you met
Honestly,
them? You probably think like
she probably thinks her
embarrassing.
parents or her family and friends would care if she's not telling them how they truly met. They would judge her or something.
Yeah, she thinks.
I think it's your life, and if you don't want to tell them that's how you met, then whatever.
Yeah, like
it doesn't have anything.
If
to do
that
with
makes
them.
you feel better, like tell them that, then not. But I just think it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't be like embarrassed about
Tinder.
that. Yeah.
Okay, because I think there's like a stigma, like
Around Tinder, it's kind of just like
hooking
I
up
don't
app
know
or something.
I've never been on any of the dating apps, but
neither.
I feel like whatever, like that is a great way to meet people nowadays,
Right?
so whatever, like
I mean, I feel like 99% of the people meet online nowadays. You don't ever like just randomly run into somebody at like a restaurant or something or coffee shop.
yeah,
It's not like
I
how
know
it
so many
typically
girls
works.
who are on dating apps. We both do.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I've
think
never
it's
done
totally
it
normal.
personally, but I know people do, so.
Maybe older generations, they don't understand that.
Yeah, they don't understand.
But
I feel like, yeah, your parents
nowadays
maybe
it's like, okay. Those are all the questions we're going to answer. I hope you guys enjoyed this little girl chat. It's been a long time since I've done this.
Yeah, it has.
So, and I'm glad I got to do it with Lauren so we could answer these questions together. But just wanted to remind you guys, I'll have the Equilibria 15% off discount code down below. If you're a new customer, you can use that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.